We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WWE SmackDown. Watch along with Social Media. Starting off the show with Seth Rollins coming after Bronson Reed. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, these two have been having problems recently. Bronson Reed coming out. Bronson Reed coming after Seth Rollins. Security's coming out. Let's see if my levels are good. All right, my levels seem good. Seth freaking Rollins flying out the ring. Non-stop action right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed going at it. Thank you for tuning in to Sociomania. Security in the ring, trying to separate both of them. All right, I see that the sound is loud and clear. All right. We're going to have a good time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Whether you're watching live or on demand, it means the world to me that you guys are watching. Thank you. These two are going to have a phenomenal match once they finally meet. This show was brought to you by Sociomania and the Socio News Network. Bronson Reed removing the top of the table. Bronson Reed getting ready to put the beat down on Seth Rollins. Yeah, this is the greatest job in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I love doing this. Bronson Reed picking up a security guard. Bronson Reed throwing a security guard at the other security guards. Using him as a weapon. We got to lower the volume, ladies and gentlemen, for SmackDown. This so we don't violate any copyrights or anything like that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins being kept away from each other right now. The crowd, of course, chanting the Seth Rollins song. Wade Barrett and that other new announcer both standing after their table was taken out by Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed. Real action packed right at the beginning. Bronson Reed going for a huge splash, missing, going right through the table. You know, they're really building a rivalry between these two guys, and Bronson Reed really needs a rivalry with a high-profile guy like Seth Rollins. We're going to do a live unboxing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing back the bells. If you guys know me and know my story, gonna have a good time tonight. Last Monday, they're showing Io Sky on the top rope, taking out both Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Interference by Lash Legend. Bianca Belair getting the pin. Let's see where this is going. Okay, we got a backstage interview right now with Damage Control. Jackie Redmond interviewing both Io Sky and Kairi Sane. They're being asked if they want to, I guess tomorrow night, I don't know what's going on tomorrow night, but I guess tomorrow night it's NXT. They probably have some match going on tomorrow night. Maybe they're going over to that brand to take on Lash Legend. Raquel Rodriguez standing as the bodyguard next to the women's world champion. This dynamic is confusing sometimes. As you know, in wrestling, you have the heels, you have the baby faces. These are both heel teams standing against each other, which makes for an interesting dynamic. Let's see how it goes. Raquel Rodriguez right now making sure that she protects Liv Morgan. Interesting dynamic between the two heel teams right now. We got the New Day. Coming in right now. The New Day. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Everything happens live. I'm adjusting everything. As you can see, I got the new microphone. I hope everybody hears me loud and clear. Whether you're watching at home, live right now, or on demand, I want to thank you for watching. Okay, so right now, we're moving on to the commercials. Next April, from Vegas, we got a WrestleMania commercial. Is the volume all the way down here? How about now? Okay. Making sure everybody hears me loud and clear at home. Okay, we got Paul Logan right now, Roman Reigns, all in the commercial. Triple H, Paul Levesque. Next year, WrestleMania comes to you live from Vegas. And I want to make my intentions clear for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar, I want you in hell in a cell. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, just making sure all the levels are perfect. All right, we got more commercials going on right now. Sean, are you going to be making a cameo appearance? Yes. Are you going to be making an appearance on the show? Yes. Perfect. Would love to see you. Would love to see you make an appearance. The people at home really love Sean, the Sean Johnson, making huge moves in broadcast journalism. All right, we're going to turn off all fans. We're going to turn off the air conditioning. Make sure everything's loud and clear. Sean Johnson, why don't you make your first appearance for the night? Say hello to the people. Look, we have a microphone. You got to talk into the microphone.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Say hi to everybody at home.
I make the news.
You do the weather.
I do the weather, actually.
Yeah, we should start making you do the news, too.
Yeah.
We should make you do video game news.
Yeah.
You could talk about all the video games you play.
Yeah.
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 Sean Shanson has left the station, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Shanson has left the station. Thank you guys. Thank you guys, whether you guys are watching live or on demand. I really appreciate it. So let's talk some news. You know, we had Donald Trump working the fries this week and really looking like a blue collar guy. You know, the Republicans were always the party of the wealthy. It seems like, you know, they're the party for the blue collar guy, and you know, the Democrats are the party for the globalists. It's a beautiful thing to see America fall in love with Donald Trump again. You know, that's America for you. America loves to destroy you, but America loves a comeback story. Believe me, I know. America loves a comeback story more than anything. You know, I truly hope no other president has to go through what he's gone through. You know, assassination attempts. I hope the laws really change. You know, I'm not saying for these presidents to be able to get away with anything, but there has to be a certain respect for people that actually serve the highest office in the country. You know, to totally, you know, try to throw dirt in his name, to try to destroy Donald Trump, and now this guy has to run the country. You know, I don't think, you know, it's like you're almost starting with a couple of black eyes. You know, let's see. You know, they've really beat him up. You know, they've really lumped him up like a boxer. He's wounded, black eyes, shot in his ear, lawsuits, and he's endured it all. So let's see how it goes. I hope he takes it. You know, it looks like it's going to be a landslide victory. It looks like it's too big for him to fail. So let's see how it goes. We're going to get on a couple of other platforms right now while we're here live. I'm experimenting with a couple of other platforms as well. Okay, we are back now, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Raw, showing footage from Jey Uso pinning. Didn't quite catch it. Braun Breaker. There you go. Braun Breaker. They're shaking hands. Looks like their rivalry is going to continue. Braun Breaker, son of the Steiners, second generation wrestler. He's not quite there. You know, you're facing Jey Uso, who's been around for, you know, 15 years. This is a guy who's a future Hall of Famer, future WWE champion. You know, Braun Breaker, very talented guy, but it doesn't look like he's quite there yet. He will be. However, the critics are saying that he's doing a lot better than his father and uncle did at his age. You know, they say that the quality of his promos are better. Not a big fan of his promos. I am a big fan of his in-ring work. Not a big fan of his promos. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how his career goes. Tonight, Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Should be a very interesting match. The New Day currently in the ring right now, waiting for their opponent. Lillian Garcia announcing, Samantha Irving announced that she'll no longer be with WWE. She's seeking other employment, perhaps going to AEW. And now we see the return of Lillian Garcia. Lillian Garcia was their main announcer for many, many years. She's back right now. Looks like Samantha Irving is gone. We got the New Day in the ring right now. The end. Karrion Kross and his crew. Karrion Kross and his crew right now coming in the ring. You know, I'm a fan of the package, the group that they have right now. I mean, Akam, Razar, Karrion Kross. You got the former manager of the Road Warriors there as well. You got the girl in the faction. I mean, it looks like a complete package there, but they don't seem to be doing much with these guys. It seems it's going to take a while before these guys get that real big push. I don't know what they're missing. At least by now, they should have had at least Karrion Kross should have had a singles title by now. Maybe gave Akam and Razar, the Authors of Pain, the tag team championship for a little bit. I don't know, but something has to be done. Something has to be done with these guys because it's getting kind of boring just watching them lose week after week. They get a win here and there. There's really no direction. I mean, there's a bit of a story with this whole thing going on with Xavier Woods. But again, nothing too compelling, nothing that has you on the edge of your seat wondering, okay, what are these guys doing next week? So sometimes in WWE, if you're not getting the belts, you're not getting the wins, maybe being in a good storyline helps. But it doesn't seem like they're getting that either. It doesn't seem like they're getting a good storyline. Xavier Woods now with the upper hand. I can't tell apart Akam or Razar. I don't know which is which. They have failed with these guys in the promo department. Although there was a great promo from them. I would say, it's probably going 2-3 years now, in which they were speaking in Albanian and also speaking in English as well. And I mean, it just looked vicious. And I thought they were going to continue with that, but it was just one great promo. I'm going to try to put a link in one of the wrestling videos on the Sucio Mania channel. Now, this is the Sucio News Network. This is the main channel. The full report will be going on the Sucio Mania channel. I want to keep the Sucio News Network with some wrestling. I don't want to overwhelm the non-wrestling fans with tons and tons of wrestling on the Sucio News Network. For the non-wrestling fans, we're also going to be doing a live stream of the elections as well. Karrion Kross now extending his hand, playing mind games right now with Xavier Woods, as he has been for many weeks now. We got the Miz standing outside. I don't know how he's involved with this storyline with these guys, but let's see how it goes. We're going over to a commercial. The shakedown begins. As you know, guys, they're trying to take your money. Or as our correspondent, Janine, would say, they're trying to take your money, mate. I love this, guys. This is the second live stream. We're going to be going live every Monday. We'll be going live every Friday as well for Monday Night Raw and some news. All right, so I don't know if you guys are on Telegram, but if you guys are on Telegram, there's an interesting channel, an interesting chat on Telegram that shows all of the news from overseas. It's called the BRICS News Channel. Obviously in the name, BRICS, so you get a lot of BRICS news firsthand. Right now, Russian President Putin to hold meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Modi at BRICS Summit tomorrow. They're saying, hi, Christina Fox, how are you? How are you? Thank you for watching. Whether you're watching live or on demand, thank you very much. We got more news from China. China to carry out firing operation in Taiwan Strait. They want Taiwan back as part of China. We have some, Israel says very significant attack will be carried against Iran soon. The world is at the edge of their seats right now, because if Iran is attacked, you could bet that Russia will get involved. If Russia gets involved, You can bet that China will be involved. You know, it seems that there are people out there that want World War III. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Russian President Putin will meet with Iranian Foreign Prime Minister Abbas in Kazan to discuss ending the bloodshed in Gaza. You know, let's end it. Let's end the bloodshed. You know, one thing that I love about Trump, whether you like the guy or not, he does have a track record of being anti-war. I believe if Kamala wins, she'll be a puppet that will be manipulated into going to war. You know, Trump has made it loud and clear that he's against wars. Okay, Israel releases video claiming Hezbollah constructed a massive bunker under Beirut hospital. Can we just have peace? You know, when I was younger, you would hear peace in the Middle East. And, you know, it seems like we're not going to have peace in the Middle East. It's sad. Why can we just all get along? We're still waiting here on commercials. We're going to get some fresh air. Beautiful day today in New York City. We witnessed some nice weather. Okay, we're back here on Raw. If you guys are watching live or on demand, I recommend you watch the show. I started the live stream at the same time that the show started. So if you're watching on demand, watch both on demand. We got Karrion Kross standing next to The Miz right now. Xavier Woods desperate to get the tag. Kofi Kingston entering the ring right now. Kofi Kingston, the freshman in the ring. The former WWE champion, Kofi Kingston, in control right now. Xavier Woods coming in for the help. Jumping, catching, I don't know which one, either Akam or Razar. Catching him outside the ring. Let's plug in the new microphone. I got to learn how to put like affiliate links so I could get paid if you guys buy it. But, you know, here's a freebie. I got it on Amazon. Do you think, I don't know if they'll ever break the New Day. You know, I don't think there's much of a story there because we know they're close friends. It'll remind me of back in the day, WCW, they had Arn Anderson and Ric Flair, which these guys were friends for so long. You know, they had a short rivalry. I believe they had a match or two. Fans weren't buying it. I don't think the fans would buy it. R-Truth, ladies and gentlemen, R-Truth. R-Truth with the interference. R-Truth taking out the Miz. Roll up in the ring. Kofi Kingston pinning Kamar Razar. Don't know which one. Kofi Kingston, R-Truth celebrating in the ring. Kofi Kingston standing with R-Truth. R-Truth on the corner. You know, this guy definitely is a Hall of Famer. This guy, 50 whatever years old, 50 something, on his way to 60, still doing splits and jumping. All right, so we got an intense face-off right now. Karrion Kross taking out R-Truth. The New Day outside. Kofi trying to come in, but he's being pulled back by his tag team partner. Somebody has to come in and save our truth. I mean, this guy can't sit there and get beat up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Coffee. Lights out. Lights out. Please, is it the Wyatts? Is it the Wyatts? Oh, yeah, baby. Lights out. Piano sounds. It's the Wyatts standing. Yes, this is good. This is what I'm talking about. This is what they were missing. A good rivalry, a good storyline. We got Karrion Kross and his crew against the Wyatts. They got a chick. The other one's got a chick for the girl-on-girl match. You know, these guys could travel the country and fight each other for a couple of months. You know, they haven't done much with the Wyatts since they came in. I want to see the Wyatts in a big position. You know, whether it's Bo or one of the other guys, maybe Bo Dallas, give him the strap. And like I said before, if these guys, they don't get the strap, at least put them in a good match. You know, put them in something relevant. Akam and Razar being taken out. Yeah, somebody's got to save our truth. They can't leave 60-year-old our truth out there to get beat up by a whole gang. The fight continues in the ring. The Miz standing confused. Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. Paul Ellering is now taking the mandible claw. I mean, that just furthers the storyline with Karrion Kross and these guys, which that's a good thing. I mean, him putting the mandible claw on the Miz, that doesn't further the storyline with Karrion Kross. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of the video games, WWE 2K24 just released the Bray Wyatt Monster Pack. It has a monster version of The Fiend. Also has Bo Dallas. I don't know what else is in the pack, but it's a pack that's not included in the season. You know, when I first bought the game, it included all of the season passes and all of the downloadable content. But this is new content. After their cycle of selling you a bunch of content, it's a good package. You know, just having Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas is enough. Okay, we're still in commercials right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sucio News Network assures you that this is a family show. So if you're watching with your children, it is safe to watch. Don't let the name Sucio fool you. I'm a father myself. I'm watching this with my children also. At the Sucio News Network, we like to have fun. It's all fun and games, but we also provide family content as well. We've grown exponentially at the Sucio News Network. You know, when I started, it was just myself and Sucio. You know, my son joined the team. Then eventually we got Janameen. You know, Janameen has been a great addition. We managed to put our money together and be able to afford Stockstar. Stockstar has been a great addition to the team. And, you know, let's not forget our latest addition, you know, Jonathan Michaels. Jonathan Michaels, you know, he's doing a lot of the entertainment news. I think the young man's going to do great. I think the young man's going to do great in the business. More recent news on Kamala. You know, Kamala, she's flip-flopping in her job. She's flip-flopping in her campaign. She's going out in a blaze of glory, for lack of a better term. Definitely a train wreck at the end. I mean, I will be shocked. I would be surprised if she actually wins, this election. You know, she's part of the, you know, Trump's the best shot we got. Listen, let's face it, Trump is probably in bed with these people too. But at least we know he's got a mind of his own. So whether you agree with him or not, we all know that he's not a puppet. He's a guy that has a mind of his own and isn't someone that's going to be controlled. What an amazing, big shout out to the girl who did the big 40-yard dash across the field at the Steelers-Jets game. She was apprehended. Hopefully she doesn't serve any jail time. Certainly didn't do anything wrong. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in commercials right now. We are live. This is the Sucio News Network live stream news and WWE Raw. Okay, we have a commercial now for the Fiend package. WWE 2K24, let him in. The Wyatt, the Bray Wyatt edition. All new version of the Fiend. I mean, it's very well done. Plus, Firefly Funhouse Manager card. The Mattel Bray Wyatt action figure version. Bonus 67,000 VC. And, of course, Howdy. I think they had to act the VC. Those are the points for you to get the cards and stuff like that, because it is a thin package. Really has one character twice, and Bo Dallas. You know, some of the other packages, they charge you $9.99, but at least you're getting 5 or 6 characters. You know, this one character is good enough because it is Bray Wyatt. But I guess, you know, to complete the package, they added a couple of other things. Okay, we have Bronson Reed confronting the general manager, but Seth Rollins quickly coming in. Their intense rivalry continues across the show today. Thank you for everybody watching live. Thank you, guys. I see you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Yeah, I'm never going to forget you guys. You guys are my day one. When I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, when I'm doing the news worldwide and wherever I end up, live in Madison Square Garden, Sucio, wherever, I'm going to remember always the day ones, you know? I got big plans for this thing. No one can stop me. Can't stop, won't stop. Don't know how to stop. That's right. Live, Raw. Okay, now we're getting a quick, the Final Testament, Bray Wyatt. We're getting a quick replay of the footage we witnessed before we went on to commercial break. This is great. I was asking for this before these guys came out. They were just floating around. You know, they had the little storyline with Xavier Woods, but that storyline led to nothing. Because let's face it, you know, they're not going to break these guys up. They're not going to break the New Day up. So if they're not going to break up the New Day, the story was completely pointless. It's good that they pivoted and they got these guys involved. The Wyatts, they need a meaningful storyline. They need a meaningful rivalry. These guys could have matches for a while. Funny story, guys. I kind of missed most of the NWO run. You know, I wasn't watching WCW. I was watching WWE. So a lot of it I watched in retrospect. You know, of course, I knew what was going on. I knew Hogan jumped ship and all of that. But I was a loyal WWE guy. And, you know, I kind of faded away when Brett got screwed. I got into the UFC a little bit more. And, you know, I kind of stopped watching for a little while. Okay, we're over to SmackDown. They're showing the replay from last Friday. We got Solo Sikoa in the ring. Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Jacob Fatu, and the Yeet Man. Jey Uso comes in and confronts his little brother, who is now the so-called tribal chief wearing the Ulafala. So he might be flashing the Ulafala, but he's showing him that he's the champ. He's the Intercontinental Champion. Solo Sikoa mentioning Roman, mentioning Jimmy Uso. Guys, we had a phenomenal live stream last week. The live stream from last week, we had the debut of the Motor City Machine Guns as well on SmackDown. That live stream is posted. Every single live stream will be posted. Yeet chants. from across the entire stadium. You know, this guy definitely deserves that. Okay, we have the standoff, a replay from the standoff. Later on that night, you had the standoff with Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso. These guys trying to work things out. You know, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. I mean, they could always do a type of storyline that they just get together for this one match, put their differences aside, and then, you know, each go their own way. I like seeing Jey Uso by himself. I think he deserves it. I think he's good enough. You know, being in a tag team, you know, you don't really get the notoriety that you would when you're a singles competitor. So now him being a singles competitor, he's doing an interview in the background. Him being a singles competitor puts him in a good position to become world champion eventually. Sean, look. He's the Intercontinental Champion. Maybe one day you could be the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, that'd be cool, right, Sean?
Yeah, it would be so lit.
Did you say it would be what? Lit? Lit? These Gen Zers. I don't know the lingo. But my 7, soon to be 8-year-old son told me that would be lit. We're getting a promo here. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, former tag team champions, now current world champion, and Raquel Rodriguez as her bodyguard. Certainly adds an interesting dynamic and stretches the rivalry with Rhea Ripley. Intense face-off between Raquel Rodriguez. From what I understand, Raquel Rodriguez has some type of medical condition. That's why she hasn't been seen. I believe it's some type of psoriasis or something like that. Some type of skin condition that prevents her from performing on a consistent basis. You know, that sidelined her for a little while. Hopefully she's back. She is a phenomenal performer. As a Latino, I do like to see these Latino performers. She's like the Latina China, you know? Powerhouse. Now we're getting a glimpse of the belt that would be taken to Saudi Arabia. You know, these guys want everything to be bigger and better in Saudi Arabia. So they have their own belt for next week's, I believe it's next weekend's Crown Jewel event. Damage Control coming in the ring. Io Sky, Kairi Sane. I don't know who they're facing. Maybe they're facing Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Let's see. This show was brought to you by the Sucio News Network and our sister station, Suciomania. Suciomania, you'll catch all of your wrestling news. Suciomania will, of course, make appearances from time to time on the Sucio News Network. But I believe the wrestling deserves its own separate channel. I'm going to put it on its own separate channel just to make sure that I don't overwhelm the regular non-wrestling fans. We're getting a capsule commercial. I stated last week that I'm a bit disturbed with all of the, I mean, this has been going on for years. All of the pharmaceutical commercials, back to back to back. The fact that right now that happens to be the largest industry, it's kind of crazy. We still have the commercials right now. We have a House of Villains commercial. Thursdays at 10. Don't go anywhere. Still having commercials. You know, guys, there's a lot going on that other side of the world with this whole thing with BRICS. If you guys could take a moment and on your Telegram, go to BRICS News. That's where I get a lot of the BRICS news. A lot of the news on Russia and what's going on the other side of the world, I get it right from there. Here at the Sucio News Network, we use many different sources at the Sucio News Network. Newsmax happens to be one of my favorites right now. We are live. Thank you for joining the Sucio News Network. As you can see, it's like amateur hour here. It's my second live stream. What can go wrong will go wrong, but at least we have good audio. I'm not a believer of what can go wrong will go wrong, but you know, we've had some technical difficulties, but the audio has been on point. Sean's gonna go join the live stream as I go to the restroom. Come here, Sean. Everybody knows you at home. So you're gonna call sit down. You're gonna call the wrestling. When the wrestlers come in, sit down, puppy. Yeah. Sit down. When the wrestlers come in, you're gonna just say what's happening on the TV, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom for 2-3 minutes, okay?
What's the wrestling people's names?
I don't know. Just do your best.
I'll try.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta put a shirt on.
Hi. My name's Sean. You might know me, Sean the Sunshine. My dad's gonna go to the potty bathroom. Oh, he did backflip, like, really. Well, you don't know me, right? Okay. Really, my name is Sean. And you might know me, but you don't know how I'm 7. And right now I'm seeing, I don't know, like, okay, I'm seeing girls right now. The girls are talking. The wrestling has started. And look at my mom laughing. Liv Morgan comes out with Raquel Rodriguez. They're going to go to the stage. To the ring. I'm not going to do what you do. You might know my little brother. Yeah, I would sit down. I'm going to sit. So you have to see what they're doing. Dad, I want to sit. Please, you meant to. My little brother's doing a tantrum. They just entered the arena. I know where to sit. I know where to sit. Io Sky is in the ring. And you might. Okay. Mace, come on, sit down. Io Sky. between who? Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan has tagged Raquel Rodriguez.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan tagged Raquel.
Liv Morgan just
Tagged
tagged
Raquel.
in Raquel.
Io against Raquel.
Eel between Raquel. Okay, I'm doing it. Oh, they're hitting each other. This is the one arena that
Kyrie Zane
Kyrie Zane
against Raquel Rodriguez.
against Raquel Rodriguez.
Now Io and Kyrie are tagging against Raquel.
Eel
And Kyrie
and Kyrie,
are tagging against Raquel.
they're tagging Raquel. Oh,
Raquel missed.
Raquel missed.
Io
Eel,
and Raquel.
Eel penned Raquel.
Raquel broke out in two. Raquel broke out in two.
Raquel broke out in two. Mason, if you want to sit there, you have to talk to the microphone.
That's the Crown Jewel Championship.
That's a Crown Jewel Championship.
All right, folks, as we go into commercial, thank you, our broadcast journalist, Sean. Thank you for holding it down while nature calls. You know, we're live here, ladies and gentlemen, and when, you got to go to the bathroom, you got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, try my best here, try my best here. Tech wizard, I've been trying, I got the Amazon thing, second live stream. On my way to being the biggest YouTuber in the world. I'm going to fuck up. Look, the air conditioner falls. What can go wrong will go wrong. Mace, you want to come say hi? You want to take the seat? Come on, you could take the seat. You could take center stage. I know you're a bit more shy, Mace. But don't worry. You could have a career in broadcast journalism as well here with our corporation. Like I said, I want to plug in our newest hire, Jonathan Michaels, the Gen Zer, young man in his 20s. Reporting on Big Meech, Tupac, Diddy. We'll be right back. Currently on commercials right now. Mace, how are you doing, Mace? How are things? Mace, you want to come say hi to the people? Why not, Papi? Come say hi to the people. Okay. No worries, son. What? Sean didn't let you? But come on. You could take the seat now. Okay. Next time, next week, with Sean. Okay. You want to get Sean back in here? And you guys do it together? All right, look, Sean's ready. Whenever you're ready, you guys can both jump in. Just let me know when you guys are ready. And you guys could have a two-man desk, two-man commentating team. But we're back live, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Sean Shaunson for his amazing professionalism and being able to hold things down. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Let's check the sound. Okay, we are good. Sounds good. Sound is good. There was a bit of crackling. I noticed it. Some people told me as well on last week's live stream. So, I went out here and got this mic. I don't have the affiliate link or anything like that, but I don't know the brand either. But it comes from the great land of China, delivered to me by Amazon Prime. Make sure you all tune in to the Sucio Mania channel. As you all know, this is the Sucio News Network, but our partner station, Sucio Mania. We are back live. Damage Control taking on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez, the powerhouse. Raquel Rodriguez manhandling Damage Control right now. Testing the mute button. Mute button seems to work. If not, you guys heard me tell my son to go to the other room. Joe Testone, Wade Barrett, Kathy Kelly, Jackie Redmond, Lillian Garcia, and Alex Velez bring to you Monday Night Raw. Joe Testiori and Wade Barrett got nothing on the Sucio News Network. If I was you guys, you could, if you're watching along, whether you're watching live on demand, you could feel free to just put the volume down. I'm going to do my best to do the play-by-play announcing. Io Sky right now being thrown in the corner by Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan with the upper hand. Liv Morgan gets thrown on the top rope. All right, maybe leave the volume. They do a good job of knowing all the names of all the moves. Because here you're just going to get from the spinning thing and the spin-a-rooney looking thing. And it's hard to keep up with the names of all of the moves, These wrestlers will have the same moveset. Top missile drop kick. No one does it better than Io Sky. Crowd going nuts for Io Sky, and deservingly so. Io Sky's phenomenal in the ring. Whether, she's a heel, which is a bad guy, she definitely deserves all the praise that she gets. T4! T4. Power hour, baby. Power hour every hour on the hour. We have a double bell system here. Hopefully that didn't annoy the people at home. Whether you're watching live or on demand, I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, but we need the C4 so we could keep it a high energy show. Keep in mind, guys, it's late at this time. I'm a middle-aged man. I don't stay up like the Gen Zers, like Jonathan Michaels, stay up all night. I can't do that. Batman Español de España, he's a party animal, likes to stay up all night. I can't do that. I'm old now. As you guys could see in the grays. Raquel Rodriguez running right now into the corner. Raquel Rodriguez, the powerhouse of the team. Maybe we'll see one day Liv Morgan or Raquel Rodriguez, one or the other, turn on the other. That should be interesting. That dynamic has happened many times where the bodyguard gets fed up. Energy drinks took out. Yeah. But you know what? I've put my body through a lot of stuff. This is this is nothing, I've been on some real power stuff, But I do appreciate the love, my brother. Thank you very much. And I do take it easy. I used to drink a lot more of these a day. Now I try to keep it to 2. Sometimes I do 3 on extremely long days. All right, so we have Lash Legend now being attacked by Damage Control. Lash Legends finest held tag team partner, I think Kalani, whatever her name is, I'm not too sure, from NXT. She entered the ring. Need some eye candy in wrestling. Keep in mind, this is a men's soap opera. Correction, the government. That's right. The government took him out because he was trying to tell men to be men, and they want men to be potitos, you know? So since they want men to be potitos, they took out Kevin Samuels. All right, so we're gonna get a standoff now from Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and Lash Legend and her fine as hell tag team partner, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen. Rhea Ripley. Her beef is well documented with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Lash Legend and her fine as hell tag team partner walking away. Interesting, she's wearing the Street Trash shirt, Raquel Rodriguez. Looks like they're getting away from the Judgment Day name for their faction. Oh, Raquel Rodriguez taking a headbutt from Rhea, taking a bunch of punches and just pushes her away. Raquel Rodriguez, a powerhouse. Their rivalry is well documented. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez have had many matches together back in NXT. Now she's going after Liv Morgan. Liv, you're done. You took her man. You took her belt. Wow, Liv Morgan with the code breaker. But now big knee from Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan. Now Rhea Ripley with the spinny crabby thing looking thing. It looks like a Boston crab with the hands. Drop kick to Raquel Rodriguez. Don't worry, mi hermano, they're not going to take out Sucio. I won't let them. They'll show up to my house like, hey, we're here to take you out. And I'll be like, I come to you with only karate. My hands are empty, but I fear no man. Should I be forced to defend myself? I'll give them the whole, you know? Le meto galleta todito when they come for me. They took out Prodigy from Mob D too. There's a bunch of these celebrities that were taken out. Dirty Dom with the interference. Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom now being yanked in the ring. We all want to see this match. We want to see Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley doing the Boston crabby thing with her hands. Now on Dirty Dom. WWE has done a great job of staying away from the men versus women matches, which is good. But it's time we see this one. You know, I don't think Dirty Dom should get any hits in. I think it should be all Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley standing tall against Street Trash, as they call themselves now. And that's good that they don't call themselves Judgment Day. Let's face it, Judgment Day was Edge. Wow, Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins in the back again. These two guys been fighting all night. All right, we got it. They hate each other. They could have prolonged this a couple of weeks. You know, maybe they're rushing this because they're going to do the match at Crown Jewel. Adam Pearce separating them, screaming on both of them. At Crown Jewel, Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. All right, so we're going to get Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed. Should be an interesting match. Now we got the Latino World Order, the LWO. You know, I'm always a big fan of seeing Latino opportunities. Dominic obviously has a big role, so does Damian Priest. Now we got Rey Mysterio coming in with Zelina Vegas and the other masked guy, I forget his name. This is apparently a number one contenders tournament match. Dragon Lee. Yeah, that's his name. Dragon Lee. They had three of them. Grand Metalik, Dragon Lee, and they had another one. The WWE, has not a problem, which is actually good. I mean, I like seeing Latinos on the card. Keep in mind that was a long time ago. You have one Latino on the card, Tito Santana. So we've had some cards that are stacked with these Latinos, but since they have very small roles, they're easily forgotten. Not a fan of them reusing the LWO. A lot of Eddie Guerrero references. Even Chavo has been outspoken about them using the Eddie Guerrero name and legacy and the lyrics in the song and stuff like that. All right, we have an ECW commercial. We have an ECW commercial and then NXT. So apparently NXT is going back to one of the old ECW arenas, Philadelphia, Wednesday, November 6th on the CW, 2300 Philadelphia. NXT 2300 is the tickets on sale tomorrow at noon. It should be interesting to go to one of these arenas. One of the greatest gifts ever given to me. A good friend of mine and colleague at work surprised me, took me to wrestling. I believe it was a Monday Night Raw live in Pennsylvania. We had box seats during a great run on Wall Street. That was a great gift watching one of the shows. But there's something about these small shows, these small independent shows. I've been to a few small independent shows, and you really connect with the show. They really connect with the fans, and it seems that they're going to go back to one of the old ECW arenas, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that it's the old bingo hall that they used to have matches in. So it should be interesting to see them go back. Shawn Michaels going down there with the whole NXT crew. Should be pretty cool. Again, I want to thank everybody who's watching live. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who's watching on demand. Where's my other phone here? This show was brought to you by the good people at the Sucio News Network and on the Sucio Mania channel. Guys, even if you're not a wrestling fan, I do appreciate the support. If you guys could go hit like, share, subscribe. If you guys could subscribe to the Sucio Mania channel, that's the wrestling theme channel. I'll be posting wrestling. Okay, we got commercials right now. Find your therapy, BetterHelp, some type of online therapists. We all need a little therapy in our lives. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. The shakedown continues. There's a bad commercial here. These guys want your money. I worked in the furniture industry for a while when I was a young man, and some of the prices for these mattresses. I have a mattress. I paid about $1,000 for the mattress I currently have now. I remember a couple of years back when I was balling, I bought a mattress bed, and the whole set was about $7,000. I'm a big believer that you got to spend money on the place where you spend about a third of your life on your bed, on a comfortable bed. But some of these beds are just ridiculously priced. At a $7,000 bed that was a Tempur-Pedic, Cloud, or whatever. I mean, it was a phenomenal bed. But again, these things don't last forever. So, I mean, you're going to change it in a couple of years anyway. So I decided to go a little bit cheaper. And in Jamaica, Queens, there is a nice hub of a bunch of different furniture stores that I found a good deal. So I do highly recommend, if you're looking for furniture. Jamaica, Queens was a big hub for furniture for a long time. A lot of people who live out in Long Island, I see them pay ridiculously high prices for stuff that's a lot cheaper over here in Jamaica, Queens. Come to the hood. They got it cheaper. Okay, we're getting some type of a promo now for what seems to be a tag team. Okay, this is the repackaging of the guys they called the Viking Experience for a while, and you know they're letting go of the Viking gimmick, and I think now in 2024 these gimmicks, they're getting a bit played out. Wrestling for a long time, you would have these guys that would have a job. You had the big boss man who has, he was a police officer. They would all have a job. So when I saw these guys, come out in the 2020s or whenever it was that they debuted in WWE with a Viking gimmick, these guys are phenomenal in the ring. I don't think they need a silly gimmick. The War Raiders, they're going by the War Raiders. They have been going by the War Raiders. They had a name change a while back. Okay, it comes live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Monday Night Raw. $80 million views from WWE's most viewed reels. I must say, remixing some of the WWE reels have worked out well for me. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. We're going to touch the mute button right now. All right, we have Street Trash, formerly the Judgment. Well, it says Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is really the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest. Without them, you got half the guys wearing Judgment Day, the other half wearing Street Trash shirts. I don't know. This kind of makes it confusing. I think they should go by Street Trash and ditch the other name. They should ditch the Judgment Day name. The Judgment Day name belongs to Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. It looks kind of odd, them calling themselves the Judgment Day without the main guys. That's up to you. All right, we have Carlito. Carlito hasn't had a big role. Carlito has not had a big role in WWE. Carlito has been kind of a supporting actor, and maybe that's the role that some of these older guys should be playing, trying to get the other guys over. But I think Carlito's a hell of a talent. They should have brought him in a more dominant role before him taking a backseat. We got Trick Williams. There's the guy that gets the whoop that trick chance. Crowd's going nuts right now for Trick Williams for copyright purposes. Obviously, we have the volume low, but the crowd is going nuts for Trick Williams right now. All right, we got an entrance from American Made. WWE has a lot of these, 3- and 4-man teams with a girl. They were facing the Wyatts for a little while. That was short-lived. American Made, Chad Gable, the Creed brothers. American Made making their way to the ring. They're live from Pennsylvania, and we are live from New York City. I want to thank everybody who's watching, whether you're watching live or on demand. Thank you for tuning in to the Sucio News Network. I need more C4. I need more C4. I had enough C4. Do we have more C4? I'll take a sip. C4. This is like Le Champagne of energy drinks. Been a long time since I've had a champagne campaign. Those that know me, I'm a father now, so I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol anymore. You're both going. You're both going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, Sucio style. My house has turned into daddy daycare. We are live. I have all my sons here, walling out. That just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, anything you want to do, just go ahead and achieve it. Believe in yourself. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm believing in myself right now. Sucio News Network, as you can see, we have some very humble beginnings, but we're going worldwide. This is not a game. All right, we got Rey Mysterio trying to pump up the crowd right now. Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. I gotta do this just for the sake of doing it. Show was brought to you by NWO. Why don't they bring back the NWO? The LWO is cool, but why don't they bring back the NWO? Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're live. We have all sorts of technical difficulties. My air conditioning has to be adjusted. Just when you think summer's over, if you live in New York will do this to you. I put the air conditioner away, thinking, that's it. It's not going to be cold. It's not going to be warm anymore. And today, you go out, and it's like an oven out there. So I had to take out the air conditioner again. We are live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Rey Mysterio getting the upper hand on the Creed brothers, but these guys are a hell of a talent. One of them doesn't seem like he's much on the mic. The other one seems to be okay on the mic, but as far as their in-ring work, these guys are great. I hope these guys don't end up having the same fate as Team Angle, in which, Shelton Benjamin had a bit of a run. Charlie Haas, he didn't really have much of a run, but, these guys aren't getting much mic time. And, I don't know, with all the people that are out there, if someone isn't that good on the mic, why even have them wrestle? One big part of wrestling is, being able to cut a promo. You have guys like The Rock and guys like Ric Flair that are just so good on the mic. Christian Cage right now, phenomenal. He's doing some great work in AEW. There's some great guys that are great on the mic. Hulk Hogan was great on the mic, This guy would cut some great promos. If the guys aren't cutting the promos, I just don't think they have what it takes to be a superstar. So I oftentimes see some of these guys get a shot and they just don't have what it takes, to work the mic, I'm going to do some top 10 videos on the Suciomania channel. I'm open to ideas. I'm also open to anyone who wants to have a guest appearance on the show. I would love that as well. The other day, we had a good friend of mine, Richard Gomez, doing the report from Barcelona, making a quick cameo appearance. So just hit my DM. Follow the IG at Stockstar. Follow the other channel, Suciomania. And of course, we are live on the Sucio News Network. Okay, we are currently having commercials right now. I did promise we're going to be discussing the news. And the big news right now, clearly, is the whole election thing. Exonerated Central Park Five sue Trump for defamation after debate comments. Look, man, the Central Park Five, look, it's unfortunate that according to information now, the guys that went to jail weren't the guys that were supposed to go to jail or something like that. Look, Donald Trump, he's a New Yorker. He's a guy who invested heavily in New York. He's a guy that has many projects in New York. And, you know, there was a murder or someone was attacked or something like that in Central Park. And he ran a one-page ad for I don't know how long, but he ran a one-page ad for a while. Trying to catch the perpetrators of this act, and apparently they caught the wrong guys. You know, how is that Donald Trump's fault? How is Donald Trump was requesting for the death penalty. There was a fighter jet crash in California. The U.S. Navy identifies the two fighter jets, the two pilots. Joe Biden admits husband Joe made right call by exiting the presidential race. No kidding. I mean, you know, Joe Biden is gone. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. All right, Daddy Daycare continues, and we are back live. Sean and Mace, can you guys please get out of my room? Sean and Mace, please get out of my room. Guys, have a seat, please. Okay, we are live. Chad Gable right now, and the Creed brothers taunting the crowd. Dragon Lee looking beat up. There'll obviously be a report for Crown Jewel as well. Can Democrats still win in rural states? I don't think the Democrats stand a chance. They've done a horrible job. You know, the big thing for me is the border. You know, we could go on, this and that, whatever, Trump this, Trump that. There's 325,000 missing children in the border. I don't know what percentage of those are Latino kids, but, you know, I care for all children. I care for the children in Gaza. I care for the children in the Ukraine. I'm a father. I have many kids. And, you know, when you hear that 325,000 children have gone missing, it's something that needs to be looked into. All right, we have Dragon Lee right now. Dragon Lee right now tagging in Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is amazing. I don't know how old this guy is. He's got to be a little older than me. I'm 44, so what is this guy, 48, flying around, doing all these flippity doodads? I can't do none of this stuff no more. Rey Mysterio running around in there as he did 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's amazing how he can still perform at such a high level. This guy could still go in the ring better than most people. Still at his age. Now we do have some phenomenal wrestlers, some phenomenal guys over at AEW that do perform at the level of a Rey Mysterio. But certainly Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest of all time, perhaps the greatest luchador of all time, arguably the greatest of all time in the eyes of many. Especially many of my fellow Latinos do see him as the greatest of all time. Now, they just caught him in midair. The Creed brothers. One brother tags in the other brother. They must be going for some type of double team move. We have a moonsault from one of the Creed brothers. We had a second rope moonsault followed by a top rope moonsault. Saved by Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee right now trying to get some control in the match. You know, like I said earlier, these Creed brothers, look at them just leap over to the corner. It's amazing. These Creed guys, they're great in the ring. Not much on the mic, great in the ring. Same thing with Dragon Lee. I haven't heard much from him in the ring. One or two promos, nothing too crazy. Rey Mysterio, he's okay on the mic. He holds his own. Chad Gable. You know, he's a great team player, this guy. He's a great hand, as they call in wrestling. I want to see Chad Gable have a run with the belt. He definitely has security guards there. Now, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega's a great worker. She's had a couple of championship matches. She's taken a lot of losses. Look at her just do a phenomenal Hurricane Rana. Zelina Vega, definitely a candidate in my eyes to hold the belt. Rey Mysterio now going for the 619. Excellent execution. Tagging by Dragon Lee. Top rope on Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee with the splash. 1, 2, 3. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio with the win. LWO with the win. The following promo was brought to you by the NWO. Replay. Hold on, we are live. Someone's ringing my doorbell. Come in. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. What did you bring me? All right, I'll take it. All right. We have Damage Control, Io Sky, backstage right now with Adam Pearce, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Damage Control. And we are live. Carlito now approaching Adam Pearce. There we go, Carlito. Looking for a new challenger for Gunther. Even if you don't get the match, it's good to see you in a high-profile match. Definitely, Carlito is a candidate for world champion. His father, Carlos Colon. And I want to let my intentions clear. I want Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And at that same WrestleMania, nothing would make me happier than to see my childhood hero, Jack Veneno. Jack Veneno needs to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Jack Veneno, one of the greatest of all time. There would be no Sucio-mania if it wouldn't be for Jack Veneno. Look him up online. I did post some clips on the Sucio-mania channel. Jack Veneno, definitely in my Mount Rushmore. Braun Breaker, Jay, getting ready for Jey Uso right now. Check out the Jack Veneno movie, the Jack Veneno story. Definitely interesting, definitely entertaining. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you will definitely find some type of entertainment value in watching the Jack Veneno movie. All right, Braun Breaker stating that he does have respect for Jey Uso. And, you know, I think they did the right thing. I definitely do think they did the right thing. They did the right thing by allowing Jey Uso to take the belt from Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker definitely will have more matches in him. He definitely has a couple more years in him. He's asking if there's any dogs barking in Philly. We got chants all across the stadium. Guys, get ready for bedtime. Come on, guys. 10 p.m. bedtime. Get ready for bedtime, guys. We are live at the Sucio Studios. We don't have child care, so it's bring your daddy to work day every day. Hello, Hummingbird. How are you? We are live on the Sucio News Network. I want to thank everybody who's watching, whether you're watching live or on demand. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you have a chance, please tune in to the Sucio News Network on YouTube. We are live. Braun Breaker in the ring right now, looking great. Braun Breaker getting ready to fight Jey Uso. I believe Jey Uso is going to retain on this one, but let's see how it goes. WWE does have a habit of surprising us from time to time. Braun and Jey, these guys put on some great matches. Braun Breaker, definitely phenomenal in the ring. We are going over to commercials right now. I want to thank everybody who's watching. I want to thank everybody who's watching live and everybody who's watching on demand. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, so I thank you for that. WWE looks like they're plugging in some type of belts that they have, which I think are pretty cool. With you could get a custom belt with your favorite team, your favorite basketball team. It seems that seems pretty cool. Caught a glimpse of the Lakers belt, so if you happen to be a Lakers fan, get yourself that Lakers belt. You know, here at the Sucio News Network, we should get a championship belt. We're definitely going to get a Jack Veneno poster. And I'm definitely hoping and wishing that one day we see Jack Veneno being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you for the love and support, guys. Yes, I do love it. I do love doing this. I mean, guys, I do this for fun while I'm watching the shows. I do my own commentating. So why not share it with the world? This is the second live stream at the Sucio News Network. Sean, what's going on, puppy? You want to play Portal? Give me the Portal. I'll set it up for you, puppy. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, so I must fulfill my daddy duties. Look, it's charged 100%. You can't go on the camera like that, puppy. Let me setting up the Portal here for my son. So what happened to your Nintendo Switch? It ran out of battery?
Mace is using it.
Mace is using it?
This is Nintendo phone.
So he's just using yours?
Yeah, I'm not lost.
Okay, puppy. So after you finish your milk, I'm going to set up the Portal for you. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Our broadcast has been interrupted by our weather correspondent, Mr. Sean Shawnson. He is requesting that we set him up to play Portal. You know, we're doing an impromptu product review. I definitely recommend this. At first, these things were a little bit laggy because I had the console connected via Wi-Fi. But you could connect this via Wi-Fi, have your console connected wired, have a wired connection directly to your console. And then there is no lagging. It's just a machine. I'll be posting the games. That I play, and when I do play, and the matches that I post, like the series between Bad Bunny and P. Diddy on the Sucio Mania channel, we're all done on the Portal. I just record it and upload it. Thank you for the love, Christina Fox. Just want to remind you guys, we will be here live every Monday, every Friday. Make sure you add the Sucio Mania channel. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, just hook a brother up. You know what I mean? So far, so good, guys. I've been doing this for about a month now. I got monetized on IG. Here, I'm allowed to receive super chats and gifts, and soon I'll be monetized for the views. You know, guys, the first 10 followers was like pulling teeth. Getting to 50 was tough, but then from 50 to 100, it just flew. And then I believe I'm at 125 or something like that. So I know I could get to 1,000. And if I get to 1,000, I know I could get to 10,000. But at 1,000, you know, I get monetized. And you know, this I do it, you know, effortlessly. I look at the news every morning when I'm sitting on the golden throne, and you know, I usually send, you know, some of the news to some of my friends and stuff like that. I do these little memes just for my own entertainment sometimes. So now I'm able to share my thoughts with the world. So if you're a subscriber to the channel, or if you're just taking the time to see one of my videos, I do thank you guys for this. You know, in my entire life, I've always had to, you know, focus on my career and this or that, and I've always wanted to do this. So the fact that I'm able to do this, and be a commentator and play my characters and just all that silly stuff, and you know, there's a ton more silly stuff in my brain that I'm just gonna put out there. I also want to announce, me and my cousin been talking about doing a podcast. There's a lot of serious topics we can discuss. It's not all fun and games. I'm going to launch a separate Stock Star channel. I'm going to launch a separate Alex Velez channel. We already launched the Sucia Mania channel, which is a strictly wrestling channel. All right, we got Gunther right now. Very confident. This guy brings a lot of credibility to wrestling. This guy, German guy, you know, usually the Germans back in the day and foreigners in general in WWE were always portrayed as the bad guys, and he is. But, you know, the fans do respect his in-ring work. We have Damian Priest, Boricua's in the house. Boricua's from the Bronx. So he's stating that his beef is over with the Judgment Day, so it seems. But he says he wants to earn a shot at the title. I definitely want to see Damian Priest have another run with the belt. I think I don't think his first run was tainted, but, you know, definitely didn't have a long run. That pin botch, which doesn't seem like it was his fault, that definitely stained his run. Short run, just from Mania, I guess, to SummerSlam. Damian Priest, I think he is great with the belt. 1/3 of the audience is a Latino audience. So seeing him in a prominent role, having a run with the belt, would be great. Even the Intercontinental Championship, that would be cool too. I got to see how other people do it. Like, I have the mic in the middle of the screen. I don't know if that's annoying you people, but hopefully it isn't. Braun Breaker, they're showing some of the stats, something that they normally don't do in wrestling, and I think they should put stats, give it more of that sports feel. Jey Uso coming in. Looks like this is the main event. Main event, Jey Uso now making his way to the ring. Main event, Jey Uso. Main event, Jey Uso has the fans eating out of the palm of his hands. If you watch the match when he faces Damian Priest for the belt, it was just a great match. I mean, this guy literally carried the match, had everyone in the match eating out of his hands. It's just me, Us. All right, we got some stats there for Jey Uso. I don't believe they should put the win and lose record, because the win and lose record is BS. We all know that. There's some guys that have a loss record. Ric Flair being one of those, and he's one of the GOATs. In many people's eyes, he is the GOAT. In my eyes, he's the GOAT right after Jack Veneno. Lillian Garcia's back. Get this Samantha Irvin girl out of there. Although Samantha Irvin was great, she put some great feeling into her announcing. It looks like she's going to go for the check. It looks like she's going to go for the money and go over maybe perhaps to AEW, join her husband Ricochet. Maybe an offer was made to her. This is one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Ric Flair speaks of him also in his Hall of Fame speech. This is the late great, in the GOAT in my eyes, Jack Veneno. Jack Veneno for Hall of Fame. We want to send a message here at the Sucio News Network to the WWE. We want to see Sucio Mania take on Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. And nothing would make Sucio Mania happier than to induct his childhood hero, Jack Veneno, to the Hall of Fame on that WrestleMania weekend. Jack Veneno for Hall of Fame. Guys, I'm going to start a hashtag. Hashtag Jack Veneno for Hall of Fame. There's enough Dominicans out there. Jack Veneno for a Hall of Fame. All right, we got an intense face-off. Braun Breaker, Jey Uso. This seems to be the main event for the evening. Intense punches going back and forth. Yeet and boos from the fans. Let's get lit, as Sean says. And Jonathan Michaels, our Gen Zer. We are here getting lit live. Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, Sucio Mania C4. Let's go, baby. Over to commercials right now. The shakedown continues. To keep watching NBC. We seem to be lagging. I don't know if it's my connection with the millions and millions and millions of viewers. All right, we seem to be back on track. We must be flooding the internet right now to catch Sucio Mania. I thank you all for watching. Thank you all for taking the time. And let's post this on Instagram. Why not? Why not? Why not? Sucio Mania is running wild. Let's post it on IG while we're here live. There we go. No, that's not a good picture. Let's take that again. We are live. You're getting a behind the scenes on the Instagram posting. We smile. There you go. You know, they say do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life. If anyone knows me, I do make other content. My other content is well documented out there, and I have a lot of fun doing that content. But this is something I could do alone with my clothes on, so I'm enjoying this as well. Extra long commercials. You know, they got to make their money. They got to pay the bills, and this is the main event. They kind of hook you in at the very beginning, or, you know, when they go from the 9 o'clock to the 10 o'clock hour, keeping short commercials, keep you engaged. But right now it's time for them to get paid. Mace, Sean, you guys okay?
Yeah.
Sean, I saw your Sucio Mania post with Mace. Yeah. Yeah, Papi, I had to send you over there because you were having a little tantrum, Papi. Papi, you want to come say hi? You want to say hi, Mace? Sean already said hi to everyone. You want to say hi, Mace? Huh? You don't want to say hi to the people? Okay, Papi. We still got commercials in the middle of the main event. Sometimes it seems a bit early for them to go into the main event right at 9:30. They keep a lot of these matches 15, 20 minutes. So it looks like there perhaps may be another segment afterwards, perhaps something with Cody and Gunther. I think they're leaving the Bloodline stuff for Fridays. But again, them having, two separate rosters doesn't really mean anything. People jump back and forth from Raw to SmackDown. Jey Uso's a Raw guy, and he was in SmackDown last week. Okay, we are back. They're showing the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. Oh, now Braun Breaker's mocking him, doing the Jey Uso while he shoves his knee onto him. Jey Uso now in pain, doing a great job selling. These guys have great chemistry in the ring. They're both great workers. Both put on a great show. I'm going to hold a poll, guys. Should I go back to being bald? I like having my afro, but should I go back to being bald? Braun Breaker right now trying to pick him up, do a backdrop. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the break earlier on, but when nature calls, nature calls. We're probably going to have like an intermission in the middle of the show. I'm old, guys, When nature calls, I got to go, Not like these young streamers. Neon, Kai Sanat, I show speed, I'm coming for you. Sociomania is running wild. Braun Breaker now taunting the audience. His in-ring work is good. I think his mic work is lacking. There might be a bit of a lack of experience. I think definitely them having him as a heel, as a bad guy, is a good thing. Definitely has him develop a mean streak. At first they had him as a good guy. I don't think that was really connecting with the fans. So I think him having a run as a heel, as a bad guy, it's definitely a good thing. When they find tonight's headline, Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed brawl over the arena. Match made official for Crown Jewel. I think they did a good job at promoting this match on a short notice. I guess that's why they had to do the back and forth so many times. Jey Uso with the fans behind them with Yeet chants. Now he gets caught in the air by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker with the backbreaker on Jey Uso. Now doing push-ups, reminiscent of his uncle and his father as well. His father would also do these taunts as well. But his uncle, Big Papa Pump, as he was known in WWE, Scott Steiner, had more of a mean streak. Okay, so it looks like Jey Uso, the more experienced guy, is calling this match. As you guys know, wrestling is something that it's entertainment. So these guys do call the moves in the ring. Usually the more experienced guys calls the moves in the ring. Usually the bad guy. In this case, it's actually the good guy who happens to be the more experienced guy and the guy calling the match. To the untrained eye, you wouldn't be able to notice. I've been watching wrestling my whole life, so I do notice these little things. So clearly he's the one that's calling the match, and justifiably so. He does have more experience. Ric Flair in his last match, he asked for him to call the match against Shawn Michaels, against his, the last match that he had in WWE. And Shawn is like, no, I'm Mr. WrestleMania. I call the match. I call every one of my matches. So even fighting Ric Flair, and that was a great match. If you guys watched that Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels match, one of the greatest matches of all time. Definitely a great send-off. If you're Ric Flair and you're arguably one of the greatest of all time, why not go out with what many consider to be one of the greatest of all time, Shawn Michaels. Of course, in my eyes, he's probably somewhere in third or fourth place after Jack Veneno and Bret the Hitman Hart. I want to see a Jack Veneno action figure. That would be great too. Whether you're joining live or on demand, please also on the channel check out today's news every single day. Frankensteiner from the top rope, reminiscent of his uncle. Kick out by Jey Uso. I believe Jey Uso should keep the belt. He should have a bit longer of a run. I'm one that believes he should be world champion. He should be eventually the tribal chief. We should have Roman and his brother Jimmy acknowledge him as the new tribal chief. And he is the harder worker. He's the guy that'll be able to put in more work. All right, we have a Bombas commercial. They look like chancletas made of fur. I don't know. I'm from the Caribbean. My feet would sweat too much in these things. Bombas, 20% off. Visit bombas.com. Play-by-play commercials, too. Why not? NBC now. That crime show. I was thinking of doing a crime show. On the next Hood News, we explore the word dead ass. Where did it come from? Where did it originate? What does it mean? And what are the proper uses of dead ass? We understand that dead ass is a common term used by New Yorkers. So maybe we'll go and comb the city and ask people, where did it originate or something like that. I thank you guys for taking the time to watch my silly characters in today's news. I watch guys like Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah being able to do the news and do comedy. I don't know who's that guy now that he replaced and now he's back. I forget the guy's name, but he does the news also. You got a lot of these late night shows that they do comedy. I look at them. I admire what they do. I also admire what Dave Chappelle does with the skits. I was a big fan of the Dave Chappelle show. I would never be able to fill the shoes of the likes of, Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy. Please lower the volume over there. The likes of Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy, but I would certainly like to be in that lane. Then there's Sábado Gigante. I would love to have a live show similar to Sábado Gigante. I grew up watching Sábado Gigante. So I don't know, Sucio Gigante or something, the Sucio Chappelle, I don't know. We're getting there. For now, look forward to the news every single morning. Today's news with Alex Velez and the entire team. Also look forward to the live streams every Monday and every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. live from New York. We got the commercials right now. Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, back from commercials, Intercontinental Championship. Definitely this is the main event of the evening. I don't see them having any other matches. 9 minutes left on the evening on the live stream. So this is definitely the main event. They're showing the cast of reporters again. Joe Testione, Wade Barrett, Kathy Kelly, and Sucio Mania, Alex Velez, and the Sucio News Network. I'm going to figure out how to do a graphics like that. Jey Uso's such a worker. All right, they're plugging in WrestleMania for April 19th, April 20th, 2-day combo. Friday, 10 p.m. Pacific time, WWE events. Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. There seems to be some type of commotion. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu coming in with a Yeet shirt. I wouldn't want to see Solo Sikoa take. Oh, they bought tickets. Well, hey, you visited them on SmackDown. Why can't they come to Raw and check out what you're doing? I definitely don't want to see him lose the belt over some shenanigans right now. If you're watching the show live, definitely don't want to see some type of interference and him losing the belt to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is definitely a great candidate to continue holding on to the belt, to have the belt again. I'm trying to help you win, is stating his little brother, with Jacob Fatu staring him down. I definitely want to see the match between Bloodline, original Bloodline, and Timu Bloodline 2.0. Braun Breaker with the knee seems to be getting the upper hand right now after the distraction by Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Where is Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa? Maybe they're on the way to tomorrow's NXT show. They have been making appearances here and there on NXT. I don't do an NXT watch along because I do make a choice not to watch NXT. I do watch AEW on Wednesdays. Maybe I'll do an AEW. Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa eats a kick from Jey Uso. Tonga Loa. Tama Tonga comes in. I mean, if these guys are in the audience, they should be getting arrested right now, but it's wrestling, so you know how it is, you know? All right, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa interfering in the match. They both get laid out by Jey Uso. Solo Sikoa jumping the barricade right now. Solo Sikoa, you know, at first, it didn't seem like he belonged in the role, but he's definitely coming into his own. And it wouldn't be a bad decision from WWE to have him win and have him win even against Jey Uso. He's younger. He's going to be around for a long time. Super spear to Solo Sikoa with Jey Uso moving out of the way. Jacob Fatu not happy to see this. Jacob Fatu staring down Braun Breaker. If looks could kill, Braun Breaker with the knee to Jey Uso. Jey Uso right now. Jey Uso right now. On the ground. Jacob Fatu coming in. We have the face-off from Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. That definitely would be an entertaining match. I'll definitely take the time to watch that. I would say I'd pay to see that match, but they are no more pay-per-views. It's all PLEs now. Jey Uso flying. Taking out Braun Breaker. He needs to focus on this match and focus on maintaining the Intercontinental Championship. I would hate to see him lose over some shenanigans. We got This Is Awesome chants from the audience. This is awesome. You guys have been awesome sticking with me during this live stream. If you're watching on demand, thank you for watching. Uso splash. Eat some knees to the gut by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker looking pumped right now. Going a million miles an hour. Jey Uso jumping. He was about to get super speared. He eats a kick, eats another. Braun Breaker, he eats a spear. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso going to the top. Looks all right. He looks to be ending this match right now. 1, 2. Braun Breaker kicks out. We got a kick out from Braun Breaker. Great splash from Jey Uso. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, distracting the ref. Babe, load it up, roll it, let's go. We're going to celebrate after a successful second live stream. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa being escorted out of the ring. I hope we don't go to another commercial. What are we going to go to commercial for the last 3 minutes? But they do try to get paid during this last hour. Match continues. Uh-oh, no. Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu with a huge kick to Jey Uso. No. Referee's not looking. Samoan drop on the table. Is this match going to get stolen from Jay? Referee's back is turned right now. Like I said earlier on, I would hate to see this match be lost over some shenanigans. Braun Breaker right now identifies he has a huge opportunity right now, and he might just steal this from Jey Uso. What a sad moment. The Yeet Man, to see him lose the belt this way. Not a bad candidate to lose it to, but it definitely deepens the storyline between Bloodline. Oh my God, it looks like he's going to take it from him. Jey Uso eating the spear. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker, new Intercontinental Champion. It's bittersweet for me because now he has a perfect reason to go after his brother, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tamatonga Tongaloa. You know, last week during the live stream, I was hoping that he would come in and save Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns. But you could almost rest assured that come next week or the week after, he's going to hopefully join his twin brother Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns in what could eventually be a War Games match at Survivor Series between the original Bloodline and Temu Bloodline 2.0. Guys, 10 p.m., it's your bedtime. Wow, what a super spear at the end. You know, I'm not too upset. You know, definitely Jey Uso deserves a run, but it's time for him. It's time for him to sit on his throne as the new tribal chief. But definitely to go into the rivalry with Temu Bloodline 2.0. We got the Raw logo at the end. Braun Breaker standing tall. Great candidate for the Intercontinental Champion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time of spending some time with me, whether you're watching live or on demand. This is the second live stream. It means the world to me. The second of many thousands and thousands of live streams going forward. I'm telling you guys, I'm taking content creation full time. I'm really loving this gig. I want to thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Follow the Sucio News Network. Hit a couple of likes, share, comment. Also follow the Sucio Mania channel. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you. Sayonara.